Well, hello, my beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your bonus twin flame reading. I'm just cleansing your space here and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder that this is a general reading. It may not resonate for everybody, so please take what is for you and leave the rest behind. Just to let you know, I have done a general love reading for August for my beautiful Capricorns. This is the twin flame reading. So if you feel like you're in a twin flame connection, this reading is for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know regarding their twin flame connection? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see regarding twin flame connection at this present time? Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. I mean, this is a twin flame connection reading, so they're just clarifying that there. Stating the obvious. Love that. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Thank you so much. We have passion. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my... We got wedding. For those of you who are new to my channel, I take jumpers from the pack. I do not choose the cards, as I believe that is my energy and not the message you're meant to receive. Everyone is different. There is no right or wrong way. Oh, they've asked for one more. That's interesting. There is no right or wrong way, as I was saying. Everyone is different, but please fast forward these moments, as I don't like to waste anybody's time, but I won't rush the messages for anybody. Okay, so interesting. Okay, so we have soulmate to start. As I said, we have spirit stating the obvious here. Both of you recognize, they're giving me an energy that both of you recognize the twin flame connection here. They've asked me to go deeper into this one, so I will just take a look. One moment, please. Okay, they said show it to you first, okay. So we have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So this is the card. Just have a quick look at that. Now they're giving me an indication that one of the twin flame connection slightly adjusted away from the other. Now not completely ran is what I'm getting. They just sidestepped. They've moved back. They've taken a step back. It feels like this person needs to really assess things quite clearly before they proceed into anything. They don't like anything fast to happen. This person that you're dealing with, this twin flame, they like strategy. They like a plan. They're quite analytical in their head, is what they're giving me. Now they're very passionate, of course. They're very loving, but they also take a step back. They don't like anything that happens too fast. This person, they mistrust it. They're giving me here. So you may have been a bit full on Capricorn is what they're giving me, which, I mean, this could be you as well, this energy, because mirrored, twin flame energy is mirrored. So I'm picking up on a dual energy here where one person mistrusts anything that happens really fast. Someone put the brakes on a little bit is what they're giving me here. Now that does not mean they don't have feelings and that they don't want to be with you. It's like, let me take some time out. I need to think about this. This is the energy I'm getting. So this could be you, Capricorn. We'll go deeper and find out whose energy I'm picking up on. But at this present moment in time, I'm getting a dual energy. So this could be you, or it could have been your twin flame who's put the brakes on a little bit. Interesting. They're giving me a place. They're saying Washington. Okay, so they're very narrowing it down. So, I mean, maybe your person, your twin flame is in Washington, or they work in a place that has Washington in the title. Washington. Yeah, Washington. Or you could be, or there could be some sort of relocation or something on the cards where you have to move or deal with Washington for work. If that's in any way signifies anything to you, then there is a message in this reading for you, is what they're giving me here. Okay, they've also given me the number 2. Okay, so maybe number 2 is important to you in some way. I know that number 2 is the High Priestess energy, but they're just giving me number 2 on its own. We're going to go deeper and find out. Perhaps they'll let me know what number 2 is about. So we have passion. allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So you or your person, maybe you're very private is what they're giving me here. And that may be the problem in the connection. It feels like one person wants it to be all loud and proud and out there and being, you know, I'm with this person, this is my person, I found my person. Whereas the other one's quite private. They don't like things put out on social media. They like their space. They don't like people to know what they're doing either. And that may have caused some sort of mistrust in the connection. Like, this is quite a precise message I'm getting here, which is, it's like one person feels that the other is hiding them away, won't introduce them to friends or family or put anything out on social media, or in some way doesn't want the connection to be known. And I feel like that is not truly the case here. What they're giving me, I never get this message from this card, but what they're giving me here is they feel a lot of passion for you, but they just feel a little bit scared, like, this is deep. Do I want to go this deep right now in my life? Am I ready for this? It's kind of made them a little bit nervous, okay? So there is definitely one person who's coming on full on strong in this connection, and the other person is accepting it, but it feels like this person is not following through in certain ways, okay? A lot of passion in your connection. Again, they're giving me Washington, so I don't know what connection that has to you, but it's coming up quite a bit, so perhaps there is something there for someone out there. We have wedding, and it says this situation involves marriage. So this person, your twin flame, could be thinking long term, and they're deciding whether they're ready for this right now, because they recognize that you are their person, and this is a very strong indication that they want to be with you for the rest of time, but they're not sure if they want that deep level commitment at this present time. So if you're feeling like you're being breadcrumbed in some way, or a carrot has been dangled in some way in front of you, Capricorn, then that is suggesting that your person is holding off the connection. They don't want to lose you. They don't want to be with you right now for whatever factor that's going on in their situation, in their life, okay? That's the energy I'm actually getting from this card. You may also be thinking long term and wondering whether you can put up with this kind of in and out energy. I'm getting the more you give, the more this person sort of retreats kind of energy. And I mean, that's an obvious thing to say. That's what happens in human nature when we give a lot. Sorry, I'm just getting comfortable here. When we give a lot to a person and we overgive, the other person kind of steps back and allows it to happen. They don't follow through. So there is a feeling of that happening here in this energy that I'm picking up. We've got playfulness, and it says to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So this may have got really serious really quickly, is the energy I'm getting here. And one person has in some way taken this step back because they're not sure if they're ready for this serious deep connection at this present time. They want the connection, but they're moving back. This person may also be in some sort of well, it's mirrored behavior, you see. This is the twin flame. This is why I don't like to do twin flame energy often, because it's hard to distinguish whose energy I'm getting through, because it's mirrored. You trigger things in each other, and the ascension happens together because of it. There's also a separation period. But they're giving me this heavy energy, and it feels like both of you or one of you has forgotten how to have fun because you're bogged down with this situation. It's quite depressing, or quite no, they corrected me, oppressing. Okay, it's quite oppressing. You're feeling very heavy, and you don't know how to recapture that, because they're just giving me the sentence make or break, make or break. So it feels like you've tried everything, perhaps, Capricorn, in order to make this situation work, or they have, and you don't know what else is left to do to make this happen. Make or break. They're saying make or break. Okay. They're also highlighting something about, maybe this came up in your general reading, Because this has come up in the last couple of in one reading before, maybe about a couple of weeks ago. It came up in someone's reading. I think it was Capricorn. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But they're giving me something about toes again. Okay, somebody's toes. There's something unique about the toe. It's either unique or it's sore, or there's something wrong with it. They're indicating toes to me. For some reason, and if that's a message you can take there, then there's something in this message for you. Now we have pay attention to the red flags. Not a card people like to receive. It says the signs are cautioning you. Now they're actually giving me an indication of two energies. One is a very stubborn energy that when one partner comes towards their twin flame and offers a peace sign, like a peace lily or something that offers a hand in peace, then the other is refusing to accept it. And then the energy flips. And when it's vice versa, the same thing happens. There's a stubborn energy at play here where it's like, well, you did this. No, I'm sorry, I'm not taking your apology. And then eventually when it all comes together and it works itself out and you come back together and the same thing happens, there's this very stubborn energy where when one person offers their hand in peace, the other one is like, I'm not interested. You can just stick that hand right up your you-know-what. I'm not even dealing. There's this energy about that. Now they want you to pay attention to that red flag because it's actually perpetuating some sort of toxic cycle. It is feeding the cycle. Okay, so there is something there to learn. Twin flames, when we get together, we're often here to learn lessons, okay, and to ascend for a higher good. But we learn from each other because we're actually a mirror of what needs to be, I don't like to use the word fixed, but likes to be looked at and see if we can adjust in order to be a better human. So they're showing me this energy of being so stubborn and closed off. Okay, they're giving me the word pride. Pride. They're asking me to guide you and your person, cross watchers, if you're looking at this, to look at the toxic cycles that surround pride. Okay, when one of you is hurt, the ego is hurt, there is barriers straight up and a refusal to look at anything else other than well, it's almost like waiting for, an apology just won't do. There has to be an extravagant way of apologizing before you can get through. It's like knocking on a cement wall. You can't get it through it until such time as time passes and dissolves that stubborn pride. Okay, they're also giving me that secondary energy, which is for you to look at and your person to look at, because as I said, mirrored energy, where you are guarding yourself too much. We are all guarded because we have had past hurts, but sometimes we can overprotect our heart and not allow people in. So there is this energy of where do you bury yourself in either work or in something else to not face the twin flame energy. What are you or your person's energy? What are the toxic cycles you or your person tend to find yourselves in, where you're just burying your head somewhere else so you don't have to deal? You're protecting your heart. Okay, so it feels like your twin is more, I want to get the right word here because they're giving me a word and I don't like to use it. They're using the word blame, and I don't like the word blame because none of us came here with manuals, okay? We're all humans having a human experience. We are all full of wonderful, passionate love and mistakes, and we're just working our way through life in the best way that we possibly can. Sometimes we don't understand it, sometimes we do understand it. Sometimes we have clarity, sometimes we are clouded. So I don't want to say the word blame because I don't know a situation, but what I'm getting here is there may be something that's triggered from an earlier time period in your twin flame's life that mirrors something that happened in yours, and there is a burying, a running away from, burying the head in the sand, kind of like, no, not facing that today, no, just not dealing with it, thank you, and protecting your wonderful heart or their wonderful heart. Their heart has the ability to open up and be wonderfully passionate. And, you know, wedding is somewhere in the recesses of either of your minds, or a higher level commitment, whatever wedding or high level commitment means to you. I'm getting also a third energy before I move on is you feel like this person is a bit of a ghost in your life. They may come on in and out, or vice versa, depending on the energy. I don't often get it so sitting on the fence like this. Normally I get a stronger energy from the twin, but this one is very mirrored. So it is, it's like sitting on the fence. Okay, but you feel like this person is a ghost in your life in some way. They go off, do their thing, bury their head in their sand, deny their feelings, and then come back in because they cannot stay away. The bond is so strong, it's so magnetizing. But anyway, we're going to go deeper. I'm using the White Witch Tarot to gain the overall energy of what we're dealing with here. The cards I've just used are called The Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Woo! Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know? Hangman energy. Okay, so we're getting a very... Thank you so much. Oh, we got death. Wow. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Truly grateful. There was some... these cards turned up for Pisces yesterday, I think. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? There may be something in a Pisces placement somewhere. And the Magician, yeah. So this is very magnetized, this connection. It feels like both of you are calling each other in, but neither of you are doing anything about it. There is a sitting on the fence kind of energy of this. So we've got the Hangman, which is a Piscean card, Piscean energy there. And this is about both of you need to get a different perspective if you want to make this work. Now, we all have free will. You do not have to be with your twin flame. Okay, just to acknowledge that. A lot of people are like, I don't want that douchebag. Absolutely. If they've been a very low vibe and not a nice human being, do not take that person back and move on with your wonderful life. We all have wonderful divine counterparts, and we have there is a twin flame, which often is very difficult energy to navigate. Okay, doesn't mean that there won't be other people, soulmate energy that comes in as well. But twin flame is, you know, the bond. Okay, so you wouldn't be listening to this reading if you didn't know. So yeah, we have this energy. It's a stubborn energy. Okay, when we have this is the protagonist energy. This is moving you forward. So both of you recognize the divine counterpart here, but also recognizing that something has to change. There has to be a new perspective on the situation, wisdom, growth. The lessons need to be learnt. They are like growing pains, spiritual growing pains, where we go through a lot of either separation to learn lessons separately and gain the wisdom of a situation. It's painful. Okay, as you can see, these figures, like this foot here, there's a crow here with an eye, there's a face here crying, there's a skull here. There needs to be a lot of growth. Also they're highlighting this foot for me right now, which is about which path do I take? And again, the toes. Okay, they're giving me the toes again. But it is about this growing, knowing where you're going, reaching up through all of the thick mud, all the dark night of the soul energy, all of that, reaching up to gain your happiness. That's the sun there, that this hand breaks through this earth. Also, they're highlighting that this is a timer, a time scale. I've never had that before. I've never seen it like that. But they've just highlighted that one of you feels time is running out to reach up for your happiness with this connection. Okay, but a different perspective needs to happen, and it feels like, yeah, I'm getting one of the twins is feeling like I just can't do this anymore because it's suffocating, and I want to be happy. So something needs to change here. We need to see it from each other's perspective, so that we can come together in unity and try and understand each other rather than fight each other. Okay, that's the energy I'm getting here. Ultimately, there is an acknowledgement that something needs to give in order to reach up for happiness, to have an ultimate successful outcome, a joyous, happy union, if that is what you want. It is on the cards, so it suggests that it is obtainable, but something needs to give. Something needs to change. Now we have the antagonist position. We have Death card, Scorpionic energy. When we have this, it's about the big changes, but it's in this position, which suggests one or both of you are putting it off, denying it in some way. This is the energy that it's like procrastination. You know what needs to be done, and no one or both are not doing it, and that there has to be a big change here. Now, a big ending, either an ultimatum. Now, we don't like to give ultimatums as humans because that makes the other person normally run a million miles away, because it's about control, it's about power. How can I get things to be done in my timeline? And that's not the way the universe works. But there does have to be changes in order to move on from the situation and rebirth it for a successful transformation. There has to be some letting go of pain. Okay, now this is either pain from the past, as in childhood wounding, which are leading to certain toxic cycles being at play. Okay, they're giving me very precise energy, which is, I'm getting it stronger from your twin flame, Capricorn, which is this energy of your person has always had stuff done for them. No matter how much, no matter what connections they've ever been in, they've always, it's not played the victim. That's not the energy I'm getting. It feels like people have always just done stuff for them. They've got that energy about them that people just do stuff for them. People gravitate towards them and just, they hang back. The twin flame, your twin flame hangs back while people do stuff from them. It's like, when you've got an overbearing mother and they always do stuff for you as a child, no matter what, you're like, yeah, mom, I love that. And it's wonderful mom energy. They bestow all this wonderful love, energy, attention, time onto their child. And then that child grows up expecting the same energy from everybody they meet, and they will not gel with the connection unless they accept that kind of energy from the person. So it's like an expectation. So this is an energy, a specific energy I'm getting here. So it may not be for all, but I'm definitely picking up on something here. But it needs to change. It's kind of childish energy. But they don't know any better. So, can one be blamed for the way that they've been brought up? You can choose to cut negative cycles out, but it has to be a conscious choice, and this person doesn't feel like they've got to that place where they want to let that go yet. Okay, so both of you do recognize something has to change. There has to be a rebirth, a letting go of pain. Now this could also be pain that you've both caused each other in the past, because they're showing me the two faces here. There's fear. Okay, I understand. There is a fear of loss here. Again, something that came up in the Pisces reading. There's a fear of loss. This may come from childhood or teen period, teenage period. There's a fear of loss here, and this person or you, because it's giving me mirrored energy still. We'll go deeper and find out if I can find out which one I'm dealing with. It feels like you don't want to get too intimate with somebody because you know what? It's natural. It's a natural cycle to lose, to gain and then to lose. It's a natural cycle. This person's quite analytical. It's almost like they've pushed all their emotions to the side and they just get on with life because emotions are too messy. They're too, I don't need to be dealing with that, because I recognize that once I get too close to someone, one day, eventually, either we break up or I'm going to lose that person to a natural cycle. So this person really pushes intimacy and things like that away. Okay? Yeah, they just corrected me and they're right. I was going to move on, but they went, no, one more. So yeah, we have the unifying energy, I do apologize, which is the Magician card. This is Aries kind of energy as well. This is about both of you are calling each other in, but neither of you are responding. It's really interesting energy. It's very stubborn. Okay, this is both of you focusing. If you now, I'm getting two kind of energies here. One is both of you are really wanting each other back, trying to turn your visions into reality by magnetizing the connection, using things like law of attraction, visualization to call your person back in. But at the same time, you fear it and you don't want it. It's a real push and pull energy here, I'm getting. There is a lot of fear here, but it also feels like you recognize that you have a psychic bond between you and your person. There is that unseen connection between you both. And it feels like both of you are like, well, you can feel my silence. And if you can feel my silence and you know what I'm really thinking and feeling in my silence, then you will come on in and you will communicate with me. And they're feeling the same way. So it's a stalemate energy. The unifying energy, though, it will bring you together because both of you will come so close to each other. I'm actually also seeing two people. It's like two people who are connected and being so stubborn in the energy. It's like I'm seeing them both going about their business, you know, maybe grocery shopping or something in the same vicinity. And they're not even aware that they are so close. And it's this stubborn energy that eventually they will meet. Okay, there will be like a bumping into each other. Bizarre. But again, they just give me Washington. I mean, that's obviously something. It's very strong energy that's coming through. Washington. Yeah, I got it. I've given it. This person's very much in their head about love. Okay, they're very analytical. They often choose their... Okay, they just said dual energy again. So this is mirrored for you too. You may choose to follow your head instead of your heart because it's less messy. It's less painful. Okay, and there needs to be an awakening here. There needs to be an opening. They're showing me the hiding. They've called it the hiding, and it's in the heart chakra. Okay, so there is a hiding of hearts here, but there needs to be direction. There needs to be... The magician often directs and says how they want it to go. Now this, sometimes people see that as manipulative energy. I'm not getting that. It's like two people who have a certain idea of how they would like the relationship to go, and both of them are not winning. They want to come together. They have different ideas about how things should go. Now that could be that one person wants to get married or have a traditional kind of connection here with wedding, and the other person does not, is thinking more with their head. They'd like to move in with the person, buy a house with that person, you know, do all of those things, but not necessarily get married. Okay, so there's some sort of, you both want to be together, you're both trying to draw each other in. This person, they see you as their happiness, but there is toxic cycles at play that both of you need to be aware of. Now we're going to go deeper to find out the energy of who I'm dealing with, what I'm dealing with, the story. I'm using the Light Seers Tarot to gauge this energy. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know with regards to this twin flame connection? Thank you so much. I don't usually, yeah, it's definitely about marriage or higher level commitment. Look, to open, we got the Hierophant. Okay, now the Hierophant card, Major Arcana, it's about marriage. It's about connection, you know, higher level commitment, but also spiritual learning. Perhaps your twin flame is currently receiving downloads, unblocking their intuition and recognizing their happiness is with you. They want to staircase this. They want to go higher. Look at that. They want to lead to that higher level commitment because it makes them happy, but also there is fear here. So this is the protagonist energy. So this is the energy that is propelling your person forward. They're actually giving me, this person feels like a bit of a fool. They're not a fool, but they're feeling foolish. Sorry, I'm just going to move here. They're feeling foolish is what they're giving me here. They feel like they may It's so interesting. They're feeling like they may have shown you too much of them, and they feel foolish that they ran away, because ultimately they want a deeper level commitment with you. Again, they're highlighting this Pisces sign here. Okay, so there could be a Pisces placement here. They're also highlighting there. I don't know. I hope you can see that there is a wonderful sign here. I think it's a Buddhist sign, and it's for peace. So they're highlighting that this person, you bring peace, but equally you bring madness. It's like this passion between you two is so off the charts. One moment you're just like so in love, and then the next minute you're passionately arguing, then passionately making up, and there's still this peace in there that they haven't found with anybody else. And I mean, of course, because you have that twin bond. Now, there's always a reason why I say something wrong there, or something comes out. So maybe your person is blonde, or twin blonde, or maybe they're a twin, and twin blonde. I'm not sure what that means or why, but there's always a reason why I do something like that. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know regarding their twin flame connection? Thank you so much. Magician, yeah, look, I told you, I was getting that. This is the unifying energy, okay? This is the energy that brings you together. But there is some pride here. It's turned up in the antagonist position, which is that energy that's like, yeah, I'm going to put that off. So they're drawing you in, but also putting it off, pushing it away. It's this energy. They want you, but not right now. They want you when they want you. So it's that manipulative energy. When it turns up in the antagonist position, it may as well be in the reverse, because this is scattered energy. Okay, they're wasting their resources and their time, but they feel unfulfilled. They feel like a high level commitment or a high level connection right now. It's not that it would weigh them down, but they feel they don't want to think for two right now, is the energy that I'm getting. They don't want to think for two. They're really happy being solo and being very much in control of their life. So this person is quite independent, or I mean, you're very independent also, Capricorn, but you recognize that you would like to connect with this person, but you're mirroring the energy. There's moments where you also are wondering, do you want this person really? Or does it bring more problems? Now, they're asking me to look at this card deeper, so I will. This is the Magician card. One moment, please. So the energy they're giving me here is, nobody tells me what I need to cut out of my life. No one tells me when it's the end. No one tells me the toxic cycles I've got going on. I decide my life. No one tells me what I should be doing. Okay, so this is very stubborn energy. When I was also shuffling, oh, that's interesting. I was going to say, when I was shuffling the first card, they would give me Taurus, and actually the Hierophant, I forgot to mention, is a Taurus, it's a Taurian card. So you may be dealing with a Taurian. But yeah, there are infinite possibilities for your connection with your twin flame to work. But it feels like one person is trying to control the situation. They want love on their own terms. And it is a case of it's their way or the highway. Okay? But both of you very magical together. A lot of alchemy, exciting energy between you both. But equally, they're giving me like, when it goes, do you want those? I think you do. But yeah. How would you like to receive? Yeah. It's like you go down the rabbit hole when it doesn't go the way you'd hope for. Okay, the Emperor. Okay, so Emperor is Aries energy. Now, there is some sort of gameplay going on here. As I said, it's very strategic. It's over the Magician card. It is a unifying energy, but this person, they feel like they're trying to control the situation. Now, they do want you to come on in, and they're trying to magnetize you towards them as much as you are thinking about them and trying to, what you think about, you bring about. But this person's very much sort of, they like to have the last word. They like to have the last, the last say, the last laugh. That person, it's like a very childish energy that I'm getting here. It is gameplay. They get a kick out of that. They like to be the winner. They have to be the winner in everything is what I'm getting here. Again, very, very stubborn energy. So this person's quite strategic in their business. They may even be at the top of their game, or they perceive themselves to be like at the top of their game. They like to plan ahead. As I said, this person gets all up in their head. Am I ready to do this? If I'm settling down in a serious relationship right now, then that means in 5 years' time, I'll want to have this done. I'll want to have, that done. They've got a plan. And I mean, this is the problem. Love cannot be planned. Love cannot have a strategy. Whereas this person's all up in their head. They have their head over their heart. They use their head over their heart. And also, no matter what they're doing, they're giving me an energy here, no matter what they're doing, this person always thinks about you, no matter the gameplay. You're always on their mind, Capricorn, always. There also may be religious factors with this person. And it is surrounding higher level commitment and marriage. There is some sort of, they like to take the higher ground, but there's something that deep down, or maybe it's family, we'll go deeper and find out. It may be family oriented. They may come from a very religious family, and their family expect things to be done a certain way. Okay, also, this person, they don't like to take gambles with their heart. They don't like to take gambles at all. They're very rigid. Okay, there's something very rigid about this person. And they lead with their head, as I said, not the emotions. 8 of Cups. Now, yeah, we've got the Hierophant here, and we've got the 8 of Cups over this. So it feels like your person, every time there's a mention of higher level commitment, or perhaps, spirituality, or, intuition, or leveling up to the next stage in the connection, this person checks out. They walk away. Okay, 8 of Cups is a walking away, a withdrawal energy. They retreat from the situation. Now, this person may have some sort of abandonment issues from childhood, loss, as I was saying earlier. They may have experienced loss. Something to do with the mother, very strong energy here. And they'd rather, so bizarre, they'd rather walk away from a connection that is so passionate and full of love than to face their own abandonment fears. I mean, that's understandable. Human fears are very, very nerve-wracking, and we don't often like to look at them because, you know what, we've got lots of things going on in life. We're trying to pay the bills. We're trying to keep all the plates spinning in the air. We're trying to make everything work. And to be dealing with stuff that happens 10, 20 years ago or whatever, it's hard. People don't really want to sit down and be facing that. So, because if they face one little piece of it, they would break completely. And this person, they'd rather just walk away. Yeah, we have the 7 of Wands here. It's in the reverse. So when we have that 7 of Wands in reverse, this person, they give up quite quickly. When they cannot control the situation, they walk away from it. They really do like to, it's like they like to master things. And that's not a bad thing. You know, we like to be the best of the best at what we do. But if they feel like it's not working, they call time on it quite quickly. The same in relationships. They know that there's something different here about this twin flame energy. They don't understand it, but they feel like there's some sort of boundaries that are weak here, and they don't want to reveal all themselves. It makes them feel not very peaceful. They get a bit nervous about the situation. But the same thing that scares them actually magnetizes them towards you, Capricorn. So it's this energy where they're trying to figure it all out. They're all up in their head. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. There we have the Tower. So we have the Tower in reverse. When we get this Tower in reverse, this person has a big fear of change. They like their life the way it is. To partner up with another person kind of changes dynamics, and they're worried about that. They've built their empire with that Emperor card, okay? And to let anybody in to change the dynamics, it makes them feel for their security for the future. And that could be financial as well. This is the sort of person I'm getting, and this is, I don't know whose energy I'm tapping into here, but if this person was to get married, they'd want a prenup, they'd want, they're very guarded. It's something about loss and about abandonment that really scares them so much that they've protected themselves quite a lot. And this Tower card, again, is this heavy energy. They feel like not to be in a relationship, is like to, is disaster averted. They feel like to be in a high level, deep commitment, there is a possibility for it to all go wrong, and that would be a disaster if it went all wrong with you completely and utterly, where, that was the absolute end. They would be devastated, Capricorn. So it's better to keep the power and walk away from you than it is for you to walk away from them. Again, a pride thing. They're giving me that word again. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know regarding this connection? Can you please guide them? Thank you so much. Just to let you know, I do the foundational read to pick up the energies of the actual person or story that I'm finding out, and then we go to the Fountain Tarot to get the overall outcome. Queen of Wands energy, yeah. So this person is Leo energy here. This person feels very confident and self-assured by themselves. Okay, they've got a lot of passion, they've got a lot going on for them, and they feel by walking away from things like a high level commitment, it allows them to be their wonderful feisty self, going through life confident, self-assured, doing the thing, bringing their magic. They don't need nobody else. They feel kind of lucky that they feel like they've got everything they need within themselves. What they're giving me here is what they don't realize is they'll end up on their own with a cat. I mean, that's wonderful energy also. There's nothing wrong with that. Love that energy too. But this person, they're so busy trying to do whatever their wands are about achievement and, strong emotion. Whatever this person is trying to achieve, this interesting lifestyle or this, bringing the magic, following their soul, as it were, whatever fires up their soul in terms of business, this person is trying to be at the top of their game, and they're focusing on that, the fire that's deep within their soul, the magic that they bring to the world, achievement, ego, that sort of thing. As you can see, this figure is pushing that wand up in the air of celebration. Yeah, she did it. This is not a gender specific reading, male or female, it's about the energy, but this person is all about achievement. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know about this twin flame connection? Now, you may feel there are elements that I'm talking about that can be reversed here because this is twin flame energy. Occasionally, they keep saying, and flip it. And the dual energy is flips. So you may feel there are elements here that speak to how you feel also. Seven of Pentacles. Now, it is in the antagonist position. When we get it in the antagonist position, this person, they recognize, excuse me, that they need to put their time and energy into the connection for it to grow. They recognize that. They recognize that it is unfair not to put in, have input and follow through in the connection, but they're putting it off. It's like they're delaying it because they want to invest in themselves first. And they actually, they corrected me. They want to invest in their money first. okay? They're working hard on something that will grow their finances. It is a delayed success, and they have more patience with that than they have with a higher level commitment connection. They recognize they would have to give more energy to your connection or to, you know, any love connection, and they just don't want to do that. They don't feel like they can do that at this present moment in time. It's all or nothing for their career, which is, again, they're highlighting the pay attention to the red flags, because if this is them now, Capricorn, you got to times that energy by like 2, which is 2 years from now, 5 years from now. If this person's always obsessed by their career and you build a home and a family and everything around this person, you know, you have to think about these abandonment issues that this person has, and, you know, how much that may affect your connection in the future is what they're highlighting, and vice versa, because they're flipping the energy again. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What else do they need to know regarding this connection? Can you please guide them for the highest good? What are they meant to see regarding this current twin flame energy? Can you please guide them? Thank you so much. Ooh, 2. Okay, they've asked me to leave it there with that deck, so I will. We have the Star in reverse. Okay, so when we got that Star in reverse, there is an arrogance here. Okay, this person does not like to be ignored, Capricorn, and you're ignoring them, and then they're ignoring you, and then therefore we got that stalemate energy. We got a standoff. Okay, so this person, they do not like to be ignored, but ultimately as well, they're denying their own healing. They're denying looking at this energy, and this is Aquarian energy here. When it's in the upright position, it's about hope, it's about faith, it's about clarity. Okay, this person, they're not willing to look at all that, and also they feel like they're not ready or in a position to offer you anything more. Is what they're giving me. This is how they're feeling, or how they were feeling before the connection separated. They're still holding on to the bond, but they're not feeding the connection. Okay, that's what they're giving me here. They don't. It's interesting. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. This spread is ending on the Strength card, Leo energy, because it's about self-love. Okay, there is some sort of abandonment issue here, something about loss, and, you know, when we got this card, it's about remember self-respect, remember courage to follow your heart. And this person does not have that courage at this present moment in time, is what they're giving me here. Yeah, there's some sort of knowing your worth element here. Yeah, what they're giving me here is this person feels, they're really highlighting this half human, half lion, okay? And it's this energy of this person, they enjoy the go-getting energy, the achiever energy, the buzz of going after their target in their career. And it's like they don't want to deal with the human side of emotions. That just makes them feel weak. Because as you can see, they're highlighting to me this person, that's the person side of the half corresponds with the lamb. So it makes them feel weak, and they don't want to feel weak. They want to feel like that strong lion animal, going after things, achieving things, being temperamental, being strongly enthusiastic about life, and they feel like to get in some sort of connection, it takes something away from them a little bit. Okay, so we're going to go deeper. Just going to get a little bit more comfortable. Sorry, I hurt my foot. I keep hurting myself, but I hurt my foot, so I'm readjusting on bits and pieces. Don't feel sorry for me. It's just a silly twist there, but I just have to keep adjusting myself more than usual. Okay, so I'm using the Fountain Tarot to gauge the outcome of the situation. If this person's coming towards you, what's happening there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. What do my beautiful Capricorns need to know regarding the situation in terms of moving forward? Moving forward, okay. So we got 9 of coins. Now, 9 of coins, again, earth element here. This is about looking after your wonderful self, you know, being self-sufficient, doing your money yourself and, you know, having a luxurious lifestyle by yourself. It looks like you're very much in your own zone, doing your thing, growing your own financial wealth. I feel also I can't quite put my finger on what they're trying to give me here, but it's kind of an energy of this twin flame connection in some way created your buzz to go after a financially secure future. I don't know what I'm tapping into there. That's quite a precise message. I mean, everybody wants a financially secure future, but you may have in some way been given advice by this person, because we do have that Emperor card on the board, but somehow this person has shaped and molded your idea of financial investment. And you're doing pretty well by yourself is what they're giving me here. You know, you acknowledge that you don't need this twin flame, you don't need this person, but if you choose to have them, you're looking good, you're looking fine. You know, next time you see this person, they're going to be like, damn, Capricorn, you are fine, and you are mine, but I've got to adjust some ways here. I've got to make some changes before I can come back in and, you know, be with you. So you're just doing yourself. Now, Capricorn, this is just the way, okay? When you're just fine by yourself, mind your own business, looking beautiful over there in that corner, you know, and looking after yourself with all those wonderful, you know, good food, soul food, healthy living, you know, glowing over there, along they come with some communication, okay? Passionate communication. We got the Eight of Wands here. Now this, it's over, you know, it's almost like this person goes, oh, I'm trying to manifest you back into my life and you're not coming. And you're like, well, I'm trying to manifest you back into my life and you're not coming. So I guess we're just going to have to get on with our lives. And then they go, well, no, because I like to win. So this person will come on in with some communication. It'll be very passionate, but it will be, they want to get back on track with you. Okay, they see the happiness that could be in the future. When we get this Eight of Wands here, it's very quick change. Okay, and it's about news arriving as well, passionate news coming towards you. So it'll be very quick. They'll see you doing yourself, all by yourself, looking awesome, and they think that they've lost you. And then it's a game, and nobody likes to play that game, but that's human behavior in terms of power, and this person likes to win. So they don't want to lose you at all. Yeah, we have the Strength card. So at the very root of this, there is two things. One is self-sabotage. This person, or it could be you, Capricorn, because they actually just said dual energy again. Dual meaning two-way energy. There is a self-sabotage that goes on here because there is a fear of feeling like not enough. There is an abuse of power. One person, it's again this energy right at the beginning. You know, if someone offers the peace lily and says, I'm really sorry. The other person in pride says, well, you stick that peace lily right up and doesn't take it. There is a pride thing that's going on here. Also, yeah, there is again another fear of discord. You know, oh, here you are coming back into my life, and now my whole life is out of balance again because I now have to deal with you. It's a mirrored energy. This person feels the same, but they cannot stay away from you. So at the heart of it, there is an insecurity also of feeling not enough, and also not having the courage to commit to this higher level commitment. The Chariot, okay, it's in reverse. This person feels stuck, okay? When we got that Chariot in reverse, it's like they come on in strong and then they lose direction in some way, okay? They feel like without you, there is no direction, but with you, they're scared, so they move away from it again. This person's very unbalanced. It's so interesting. They like to take control in career, but when it comes to emotions, there is no direction. They cannot rein in their emotions. They're actually very scared of how they feel because it overwhelms them. It's like a big tsunami wave that takes them over, and they're like, no, I'm normally business. That's who I am. So there is this, yeah, it feels like they feel a little bit stuck in their communication. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? Can you give me an outcome with this, regards to this situation? What can they expect with this twin flame connection? Thank you so much. Truly grateful. Page of Cups, reverse. And we have the Queen of Swords. So Page of Cups in reverse. Okay, when we get that Page of Cups in reverse, this person is immature. Okay, it's like this in-out energy. Okay, they come in declaring their love. They're immature and dependent on your energy, and then when they feel like they're not getting their own way, they split. They break up the connection here. It's like they want to operate on the surface for now. And also to be in a higher level commitment, they're giving me again, to be in a high level commitment, it means they cannot follow their heart when it comes to their business, because they give 100% to their business, and anything less, they couldn't do what they do. This person is a workaholic, Capricorn, and they just said take it how it resonates. So if that's also mirrored energy for you, then take it how it resonates. That's what they're saying. So we have the Queen of Swords. Now, Queen of Swords, again, self-sufficient energy. There will be total honesty when this person comes in to talk to you. They want to tell you the truth. It's a Libran energy, very balanced. So analytically, they will speak their truth with honesty. And you'll be ready. They may have been... I normally get... it's normally the Page of Swords that is the lurker. But I'm really getting an energy of... No matter what they do, they're always looking after you. They're kind of looking... It's like they may, in some way... Okay, I'm going to give you what they're giving me. It's almost like they message you, and then they wait. And they look at your social media to see if you've put... if you've gone silent on them and haven't responded. They look at your social media to see if you've put anything out there, like a quote or anything that says how you truly feel. They get a kick out of it because they feel they haven't lost the connection between you. I don't know what that is. It's game playing again, and that's for someone in particular. It's almost like they get worried when you don't put anything out on social media. They're like, oh, well, that didn't cause a reaction. This person likes to cause a reaction. Yeah. Drama. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? Now, they may not know that they're doing it, but there's an energy here of... Oh, what are they saying? Sorry, they're just giving me something. One moment, please. Okay, so it's like when someone loves, they show their love, and even anger. But if they show indifference, it means the connection's over, and they couldn't this person could not tolerate indifference. So if you sent them a message and you didn't react at all, that's indifference to them, and they can't. This person does not like to be ignored, especially that star card in the reverse. They don't like the indifference there. But if you lash out at them and are angry, no, they don't like that either. But that still means you care. That's something learned from childhood is what I'm getting here. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Also, this person doesn't feel like they owe you an apology either. They just highlighted that Page of Cups again for me and was like, apology, where? So this person does not feel... Now we have the World card. What we're getting here is, it's an interesting energy. You're on the right track in terms of your connection, where you're meant to be right now. But there is a completion of a cycle happening here, which is lessons need to be learned. So the lessons are being learned, and once you have that completion of that cycle, you're hitting a goal, as it were, and you can... It means more abundance is coming your way for the connection. Okay, but there has to be a truth here. There has to be an authenticity. As you can see, that figure is completely naked from the waist up and the waist down. There has to be an authenticity here, coming together in truth for it to work. Now, it is over the Eight of Wands, so this person does want to give you the truth, absolutely. But there has to be a conversation here. Thank you so much. Ooh, straight away. Now that spun. The Hierophant. Wow, come on. This is all about higher level commitment. We're ending. We start on the Hierophant. We end on the Hierophant. So you just can't write this stuff. This is again Taurian energy. This is about, what do you want? What do they want? Is this about higher level commitment? Is this about, it's lifting the lid on what needs to be spoken, the elephant in the room. And this is about lifting the lid on the power of overcoming obstacles, because the Hierophant is number 5, which is overcoming obstacles there in order to change and transcend. And it feels like this person does want to lift the lid on it. They do want to talk about it because they don't want to lose you. Okay. Sorry, they're just asking me to look a little bit deeper into this card. So I will. What they're giving me here is this person's healing is very skewed. They may have gone to the wrong person for healing, or I don't know if that makes sense. They went to somebody who kind of made it a little bit worse. It's almost like they may have sought help from somebody. I'm not saying that the person that they sought help from wasn't qualified. What I'm getting is your person may have only done half of it, half the healing, half the sessions or whatever it is. In some way, they didn't get the full healing, is what they're giving me here. But this person, yeah, they want to talk about the next step. They want to talk about high level commitment. This is also about learning. So this person is learning lessons, especially when it's next to that World card, and it is carefully finding the right person to help. And reach their full potential. Okay, I understand. Thank you so much. They're also highlighting that this person is lifting the lid on stuff from the past. Now that could be from childhood, as I said, something to do with loss, something to do with possibly, I'm going to pull a card on it actually, because they haven't given me an indication exactly of what this loss is, but it could be to do with a loss of one parent walking away, abandoning a marriage or a connection in some way. I'm really getting very high mother issues here. Not issues, I don't want to say that, I'll take that back. Something to do with the mother, but I'm just going to get this particular deck. I'm just going to leave that there. Okay, now I don't normally, we'll save that. I'm going to check in with that card. I want to clarify the Hierophant, please. Please, I'm using the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. Can you please clarify the Hierophant card? Can you please guide me to what the wounding is about loss and abandonment? Can you please guide me? What is the issue with the Hierophant card? Can you please guide me? Thank you so much. Hangman. It's so interesting. I mean, literally, Capricorn, you got the Hangman, and straight over you have the first card was the Hierophant, and then to end the reading we have the Hierophant clarified by the Hangman. So they need a new perspective on marriage and what it means to be in a higher level commitment. Okay, it is in the upright position, so this person will learn the lessons in order to get that different perspective, but they had to do it themselves. So something about pride, this person had to self-sacrifice certain things in order to get this perspective. Now, the sacrifice may come from work, burying their head in the work, okay? So, as I said, I mean, look at this. It's crazy. I'm just going to start your reading, the Hangman, the Hierophant. To end your reading, the Hierophant, the Hangman. And your bonus card, whatever that is, that's turned up there. I'm just going to leave that there. Your bonus card is the Reveal. Moon energy, clarity. This truth will be revealed. It's in the reverse. I love that. So they will come forward and speak their truth, and they will reveal some things about themselves from the past. Whatever their issues is regarding not being able to commit, or their, this strong indication that they've always been this way. They've always had these ideas about commitment. It will come to the surface, okay? This person's really trying to use their psychic ability bond with you to communicate that, but they actually will come in and speak their truth, because we have that Eight of Wands on the board there. We also have the Queen of Swords. So definitely coming on in to enlighten you in some way as to what the hell's happening here. Okay, so just put that back there. We're going to end it there. They've disconnected from those cards. So we're going to go to the Wisdom of the Oracle to gain some overall advice. Well, straight away, we have blessed. Okay, so we have blessed, and it's number 22. When you reduce number 22, 2 plus 2 is 4. So then that is again about the Emperor card. Okay, so this person really thinks with their head, very analytical, but 4 is about foundations. So it's a highlight for me that this person's foundations and the idea of what it meant to be in a high level commitment or marriage was off balance. Okay, now we got blessed. There's a lot of stars around that figure, a lot of peace. They're elevating, but they're healing also. So and there's a lot of hearts at the bottom. Beautiful energy, really beautiful. Again, they're saying Washington. Just going to look at this card, see if there's anything they want to show me here. But I think they just, I'm going to go to, oh, sorry about that. Okay, also they just said Nairobi. Okay, so maybe there's a signifier there with you and your person. Maybe that's where they're from, or you're from, or it's a place in the world that you gravitate towards in some way. Nairobi. Maybe Nairobi even is the name of a company or something, even though it's a place, but maybe it's also incorporated in the name of a company or something. It's very precise, Nairobi. Maybe that's even a name, Nairobi. Beautiful name if it is. Anyway, we're going to go read from the book, number 22. Okay, so blessed. And it says, something wonderful that is unearned and unexpected, grace that is unforeseen, a gift from spirit. There are no moments in life when out of the blue, I'll start again. There are moments in life when out of the blue it seems that everything has been orchestrated by divine intervention. You feel blessed in ways that are difficult to express. It's as if the Red Sea parts in front of you and events come together to banish your troubles easily and naturally. You know deep down you did not deserve any of this, and yet here you are. This is one of those times. Let awe and gratitude for all your blessings guide you now. You are moving, this is a relationship message, you are moving towards a deepening of intimacy in a unique and sacred partnership. You know you are meant to make this connection. This union, blessed by the divine, will bring transformation and beauty to the world. This is also a sign that, even more important, you're being called to a deeper intimacy with yourself and spirit. With this new development, you will see evidence of grace in your life. Okay, so because it's mirrored energy, obviously, very important to know how you are blessed in your relationship with spirit, knowing your worth, etc., etc. Yeah, that's wonderful to hear after the reading. They're indicating what advice to take there. So I'm just going to give you a trinket before we go, my beautiful Capricorn. Thank you so much for it, guys, guardian angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know? So interesting. I do believe the horse also turned up for Pisces. So maybe strong Pisces element there with those two hangmans, and them indicating that Pisces sign in the Hierophant as well. So we have the horse, which is about loyalty. It's about being free though, having the freedom to roam, but also coming back to where you feel like you are home. Okay, so there needs not to be any jealousy or really holding on or crushing the connection, because horses, they go where they roam. They go where they feel free also. So there is a groundedness to this. It's also about strength, they're giving me here. And about forward motion, moving forward, taking action. Where would you like this? Okay, they want it on the Magician card. Now they also just said maybe your person works with horses. So maybe you or your person works with horses as well. Maybe a horse is somehow indicated in what they do. And we also have a leaf. Okay, so leaf is about, growth, expansion, new beginnings, the shoots of a leaf, new beginnings there. Turning a page even, what's that? Sorry, they're giving me something. I can't quite get it. It's like, take a leaf out of your own book. Take a leaf out of your own book? I don't know what that means. Take a leaf out of your own book. Maybe it's similar to put yourself in their shoes, or they put themselves in your own in your shoes. Maybe it's that's what that means. I'm not sure. But take a leaf out of your own book. That's what they're giving me with this leaf. Now, where would you like this? Where would you like this? They're not giving me, where would you like this? Okay, they're indicating they want it for the Hangman. Okay, because it's about new perspective leads to growth. Okay, I understand. Thank you so much. I'm sure grateful. New perspective leads to growth. So they want it on that Hangman, that Pisces energy. Okay, my beautiful Capricorn, we'll leave it there. I hope there was something that resonated for some of you out there. If it did, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell. Apparently that's important. It lets you know when I update my next message, and it lets me know that you resonated with the readings, which are very, very important for me. Good luck with your situation, my gorgeous Capricorns. Love and light.